Okay, so just gonna make a super quick video on some recommendations. We're at Walmart right now and they have a lot of vacuums. So, I guess we'll start over here. I actually own this one. Bissell Crosswave Hydro Steam. I still need to do a review on it. I've had it for like over a year and it's giving me a few issues. It's not perfect, but it is a decent machine. Of course, you have the original Crosswave. These are pretty awesome. They perform just fine. Can't speak too much on this. I've never owned a Power Fresh. Again, I never own one of those. Bissell has the cordless version. Of course, the Tinko's Shark. I do not recommend Shark. Got the Hoovers, which are pretty decent if you're looking for a machine that has decent carpet performance, decent tools, and decent filtration for a bagless vacuum. Then this isn't a bad option. Dirt Devil. What is this? Is this a Total Home? Whatever, they have a lot of models, but this one has the wand built into the hose for extended reach. It's a pretty decent machine. It has a few flaws with it, but this one does have the core rewind. And for what? I don't see the price tag on it, but they do have them in stock. This is the one I would probably get if I was in the market for a Dirt Devil. $90. It has a decent turbo brush, decent hose, and it has decent performance, so not a bad option. Of course, this one that's a little bit lower end, and this one that has the stiff hose. Hoover 1 Power, Clean Slate. These are pretty awesome. These work very well. They're awesome for quick pickups or even cleaning your couch or something. Dirt Devil Compact Power. I mean, I would honestly rather just get a Power Force bagged. This is the one I recommend if you are looking for a vacuum that has a good set of attachments. Well, not a good set of attachments. Well, a decent set of attachments. But the main thing with this machine is that it has great value. Of course, the display unit is beat up, but let's see. They have one in stock right here. It's a nice machine. You can put a HEPA bag in this and you're going to get really good filtration for a budget machine. You get the stretch hose, you get the long crevice tool, so for how cheap this machine is, it's a good buy. Don't get this. Stay away from the Helix. It doesn't make any sense to get this. It is bagless, but bagged is much better. You also get the stretch hose for same price. Bissell Zing, again, I can't recommend this. I would rather get the Bissell Zing bagged, or in this particular Walmart, the Mighty Mite, because again, bagged is just gonna last longer in the long run. Power Force Helix Turbo. If you're really dead set on a bagless vacuum, then this is a better option than this because it has the stretch hose and the turbo brush, even though the turbo brush is garbage. If you want a cord rewind, you can get the cord rewind version, but again, honestly, this is the better option. You also got these compact Bissells. Again, I really don't recommend these. These are light enough and they're not that overly big or anything like that. Got the Bissell lift-offs. There's better machines than these, but these are pretty decent. If you are dead set on a Shark-like design, then these aren't too bad. I would say that these are much better than Shark. They seem to be more reliable than Shark, and parts seem to be a little bit easier to find than Shark products. Another one, I think they both have anti-tangle. Very similar though. This one has a cord rewind, this one doesn't. Again, they're decent machines. Of course, this is a display model. Speaking of Shark, I don't recommend these. They may seem really cool because they have the soft roller for bare floors. They're really not. They don't last very long. They have really bad build quality and parts are not available. So, while they have good suction, they do not deep clean carpets very well. They use these fins that don't agitate very well, and overall Shark is just a company that you should stay away from, despite Shark being very popular. Of course, they got more basic design. I can't speak too much on these robot vacuums because I really never tested one of these out. Of course, you got the stick vacs. Now again, I've never tried any of these, but my common sense would tell me to just stay away from Shark. Tinko seems to be decent, but you can find some refurbished Dyson stick vacs like the V7, the V8 for a very similar price. And obviously the Dysons are going to be probably much better. Got the Bissell Featherweight Turbo, which honestly, I'd rather get a Mighty Mite for bare floors for a few different reasons. Bissell Little Green, I actually own this machine. Just be aware these machines are very common for having pump issues. Because of that, I'd probably get the Hoover Clean Slate. That's just me. Of course, you got the Sharks. Bissell Pro Heat 2X Revolution Pet. These seem to be pretty good machines, other than the pumps going out on them, so just be aware of that. A few others. And of course, you got the Hoovers. These seem to be more reliable than the Bissells. They seem to do a decent job. And this Dirt Devil, I can't say much about it because I've never owned one. I never did my research on one, so there you have it. That's the vacuums at Walmart. Vacuums, carpet cleaners. So if you have any questions, let us know down in the comments below.